Hi everyone, AwpWilliams here. How have you been? I know it's been a long time. There's videos that go up on my channel every now and then, but I understand if you think I haven't posted anything significant in a long while, because that's what I think. You see, 5 years ago, I was at a serious threat of being homeless, and my video titled Eddie and Christie Tekken Theory and Lore, and the Patreon that accompanied it, was my last-ditch effort to stay afloat. It was the hardest video I ever had to work on, and still I haven't finished it because that was only part 1. It only has 160,000 views. My Patreon, on the other hand, didn't make much money either, and the most money I made from it was $20 right at the beginning of its life. After a few months, that dropped to $1. So none of this was working. I spent the rest of the year trying to make something work by doing graphic design online, which I had always been doing, running my YouTube channel and the Patreon, even trying to stream with really bad internet. Needless to say, I wasn't getting any donations. So almost a year later, after no progress was made, it was time to pay up or get out of the house that I was living in. As such, I was desperate to make money wherever I was going to make it, so I got a job as a caregiver. What's ironic about this job is that all my life I've been told to get off my ass and get a real job, when all I do at this real job is sit on my ass for 8 hours, which eventually turned into 12 hours during COVID. That job was also minimum wage and not worth a damn thing, but it kept me living in the house that I was living in. I worked full time, so I didn't feel like doing anything when I got back home. I was tired every day, and the only days I had off were Saturday and Sunday. So it was basically school, but worse. I still posted videos sometimes because Tekken 7 came out, and that's when I had the most views I ever had come in at one time. The entire time, people kept asking me, when's the next Tekken Theory and Lore? So I'd always answer them the same way. I had to get a job, so I ain't got time for that. The reason being is those videos take a lot of time and effort to make. And time and willpower is something I had very little of. I knew that getting a job would turn me into an uncreative zombie, so I tried to mitigate this by having a little fun and posting videos other than Tekken. But when I don't post Tekken, ain't nobody watching it. It goes from a few thousand views a video to a few hundred views a video, if it even gets that high. There are some exceptions, like the Cardcaptor Sakura React series and this adult game called Mirror, but pretty much everything else didn't even scratch 1,000 views. Eventually, I got some half-decent internet and began streaming on Twitch. A handful of you followed me over there when Tekken 7 first came out, but that was when my internet was crap. But now, it was less crappy. Unfortunately, it had been 2 years, and most of you probably didn't even realize you were still following because I stopped streaming only after a couple of streams. This time around, though, I was streaming every weekend. It wasn't much, but it was something. My new goal was working on getting affiliate on that platform so I could get a subscribe button and some emotes. Meanwhile, I was posting Twitch highlights and videos on totally different games that no one watched on YouTube. This made me realize that I had been gone for too long. I was posting videos still, but they were all missing the same passion and energy I used to have. But also, if it ain't Tekken, ain't nobody watching it. I did get affiliated on Twitch, by the way, so that's something. But enough of that. I quit my job in 2021 because I saved up enough money to quit. All I wanted to do was stream and make videos, but there was a problem. I still didn't feel like making videos. I didn't even feel like streaming even though I kept doing it. Working at this job for almost 4 years, doing the same bullshit every day, left me with no will to do anything. Shit that I like to do. My channel was bleeding subscribers, and still is, by the way. I'm lucky if I have 2 people in my Twitch chat at any given time, and all I have to show for the almost 4 years I spent working is a bank account with money I save for reasons I don't even know. And I don't even like money. I just like being comfortable. But eventually, I met someone online. She laughed at all my stupid jokes. She encouraged me to keep pushing forward and to be creative. She listened to everything I had to say about anything. We watched movies together over Zoom. Eventually, she wanted me to come and visit her. So I flew from New Orleans to Minnesota for a few days and realized I don't want to be in New Orleans anymore. I want to be here with her. So after Hurricane Ida hit in New Orleans, after I had gone back, Hurricane Ida knocked out my power. I decided that I was done with this bullshit and I was leaving. So then my girlfriend took off from work, drove a van all the way from Minnesota to New Orleans to pick me and all my stuff up, and drove us all the way back to Minnesota. That's about a 20-hour trip both ways, though it took us a little longer because we made a lot of stops. I finally got out of that house. I saved money up, and so now I can live without the stress of being possibly homeless and being told to get off my ass and get a job every fucking day. I've been here for a while now. We moved out of her apartment and into a house where I have my own office. I'm still working on it. You can hear that there's an echo in here. I have acoustic foam for voice acting, but I still haven't put it up yet, so that's going to be something that I'm going to be working on too. More importantly, I'm getting back to making content on a more regular basis, but please don't expect Tekken. This is not a Tekken channel. This is a gaming channel, and I play way more games than Tekken. That's not to say I will never upload Tekken or do any more Tekken Theory and Lores. I'm saying I don't feel like it right now. I achieved what I meant to do when I started my channel, which was to get more people into Tekken so that it would stay at Evolution Championship Series. Well, I did that, and it continues to go to that tournament. And there's lots of tournaments all over the world. Tekken's doing fine right now, you dig? So now I just want to enjoy life and play whatever I want. I'd like you to come along with me on the journey. The only thing that can hold me back now is myself. I'm going to be slowly transitioning into uploading on YouTube, streaming on Twitch, and doing voice acting, all while doing graphic design. That's the life I want, and that's what I'm going to do. That said, I'll see you guys soon. I'll be uploading shortly.